In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a stronger back, a wider back, and in general, a back that you can be proud of. Why do I say that? Because the back muscle is one of the strongest muscles in the body, and especially for men who want to build strength and power, whether it's to be able to defend themselves or whether it's to look better, whatever the case may be, the back muscles serve a lot of functions and purposes. And a lot of people would look at a home pull-up bar as the second best option compared to the gym. But I think it's one of the best options, especially if you're starting out and you don't want to go to the gym because you're scared of judgment or anything like that. So definitely buy a home pull-up bar and watch this video to learn how you can build your back from the comfort of your own home. Let's go. The first pull-up bar exercise that you can do is just a standard pull-up, just like this. So you'll grab the bar outside shoulder width, go from a complete hang, and pull your body weight up, just like this. That would be one rep. Make sure that you go into a full hang at the bottom, and you bring your chin over the bar at the top, just like this. The next two exercises, which I'm about to show you, are best for beginners because they build strength in different ranges of motion. So in that first one you saw, I done a normal pull-up. But if you can't do that, what you can do is actually hold the top position. So what you would do is you grab the bar outside shoulder width, and your goal is to keep your chin above the bar for as long as you can. So just like this. Grab the bar outside shoulder width, place your chin above the bar, and then take your feet off the ground and hold that position for as long as you can. Ideally, you will time this so that you can try to beat your time every single set. So if the first set, this is my max, then I'll write down the time. I'll get someone to time me, or I'll time myself with a stopwatch. I'll even record myself, because you can also use the length of the video as a stopwatch. And each time you do it, you try to beat that time. The second one, as promised, for beginners is a pull-up negative. So in that example, I held my body weight up at the top, but in this one, you're going to hold your body weight up at the top and then come down slowly for a count of 3 to 5 seconds. The longer that you let yourself down for, the harder it will be. So let me just show you a demonstration. For the pull-up negative, take an outside shoulder width grip, jump to the top, chin above the bar, and let yourself come down slowly into a full hang. As I already mentioned, you want to do this for 3 to 5 seconds, and the longer you do it for, the harder it will be. So jump up, feet off the ground, and come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now instead of trying to pull straight back up, you let your feet rest on the ground, you jump back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The key is to come down for 5 seconds at the start of the set if you can, and as you get tired, you come down for 3 seconds, which will be a little bit easier. Let's move on to the fourth exercise. Now, this next variation is going to combine the previous variations that I showed you. So, in the first example, I showed you a standard pull-up. In the second example, I showed you a hold at the top of the pull-up. And in the third example, I showed you a slow negative pull-up. But what happens if we combine all of these three? So what we're going to do is we're going to pull our body weight up, hold at the top for a second, and then come down slowly. What this does is it stretches your muscle, your back muscle to be specific, and you're going to be using time under tension on the negative, the contraction at the top, and then obviously when you're doing the reps, that's to get from top to bottom. So it will look something like this. Take a grip outside shoulder width if you're trying to work the back, as always. And what we want to do is start in the dead hang, feet above the ground. We pull up for 1 second, hold at the top for 1 second, come down for 3. So just like this, pull up, hold, down for 3. Now at this point, your feet still won't touch the ground. You're not going to put your feet on the ground until you finish the set. That's basically utilizing the isometric, which is the hold at the top, the eccentric, which is the lowering phase of the movement, and the concentric, which is the pulling phase. So because you're adding more elements to the pull-up itself, and you're not just doing pull-ups up and down, you're actually going to build more muscle, because the most muscle damage takes place on the negative. So we want to do that nice and slow. and then obviously when we're holding at the top, we're squeezing our back as much as we can to develop that mind to muscle connection. So give that one a go for sure. As you can see, this pull-up bar has neutral grip handles as well. This is important because these are not just for design or because they look beautiful or anything like that. These are actually neutral grip handles that you can hold on to and utilize your arms and your forearms a little bit more, and your back takes a bit of a rest. So anytime when we grip the bar like this, we're going to be working our back more. Anytime we grip the bar like this, we'll work our biceps more. And when we grip it like this, we'll work our biceps and our forearms. So I'll demonstrate right now. This is called a neutral grip pull-up or a hammer grip because it's similar to when you hold a hammer. So it's a neutral grip just like that, and you're going to come up and down. This is going to work your biceps and your forearms a little bit more. Go into a full hang, pull up and down. If you want to make that easier, do what we've done in the first few examples where you hold your body weight at the top. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, slow down the negative and do the reps as you usually would, but with a slow negative. Let's go on to the bicep exercise that you can do, which is the chin up. The reason why this works the biceps is because you take a supinated grip. So a supinated grip is a grip where your knuckles are facing away from you. If your knuckles are facing towards you, like this, which is what you would do in a pull-up, it's going to work your back more. But in a supinated grip, your knuckles are facing away from you, and it's going to work the biceps more. You also want to take a narrow grip. You can touch your hands together if this is comfortable for you, but I would advise shoulder width or just inside shoulder width is ideal for most people. Just do them as you feel comfortable, and always keep your hands at shoulder width or inside with a supinated grip to work those biceps, just like this. So the bar here, luckily we have the shoulder width neutral grip, so we don't actually have to put our hands out and measure it. But if we just take an inside shoulder width grip here, supinated, so as you can see, I can see my nails, my knuckles are facing away from me and I can't see them. So we're in supination right now, which I'll put on the screen so you can do some more research about this and how it makes a difference. So you start at the bottom, dead hang, pick your feet off the ground and pull yourself up just like that. As with the other examples, if that's too hard, start off by just holding yourself at the top, or start with holding yourself at the top and letting yourself come down slowly. If you enjoyed this video and liked the tips that I gave you, make sure to subscribe and stay on the lookout for more videos coming soon.